It's about the money that I owe you, the £200. Well, I'd like to make a proposition.
Go on.
Right then, I've got £40 here.
And?
Well, it's all I've got at the moment, but I could pay the rest over the next 2 months, say £20 a week.
And that'll take us up to the end of March, and then there's another £200 due then. And you won't be earning any money from your sheep by then.
Pete and Lynn Whiteley, my partners, they'll pay that.
And then there'll be another £200 in a few weeks' time. Not to mention feed bills, vet bills, and God knows what. How are you going to manage that?
That's my problem.
You don't come out with much at the end of it all.
Not yet, but we will in a year or two.
Not the easiest way to make your fortune.
It's not about money, Mr. Tate. Look, I've got to get back to Emmerdale, so can we say £20 a week?
Keep your money, love.
I'm not looking for any favours. I owe the rent and I'm going to pay it.
I don't want it.
But I can manage. My brother's lodging with me, so his rent will help.
I don't want it because I'm not going to renew your license. I think it would be best if you were to remove your stock now. Take them somewhere else before lambing starts.
I'm sorry, but I want to carry on.
Look, there's no point in being sentimental about it. I want that land for my business. So you can scrimp and save and get me my £200 and still have to move your animals in 2 months. Why don't you move them now? We'll call it quits. There's no hurry to move them as far as I'm concerned.
It'll be today, Mr. Tate. Don't worry about that.
So, how did you get on, Kath?
You're working for a prince among men, Nick. Let's leave it at that.
What are you up to?
Oh, I'm just clearing up.
Have a look at the paths around the back where they're covered in lichen or something. They're all green and slimy. Almost fell into the pond yesterday. Could have broken me neck.
Fine.
Look.
No, I wouldn't mind so much if he had a good reason for wanting me out.
Well, it'll save you 800 quid a year.
But that's not the point, Jack. I mean, that land was special. You know, it was Jackie trying to do something on his own.
Well, there's nothing to stop you looking for somewhere else.
Not much choice, really, have I? Oh, where do you want this?
Oh, God, I forgot about those. I suppose they're getting dried for it. Listen, how about a deal?
What?
Well, in return for bringing your sheep up here till you find somewhere else, you take Sarah's washing through to Annie and get it dried.
You what?
Look, if I ask Mark to dry Sarah's washing, I'll be for the high jump from one, if not both of them. That closed door's going to last a lot longer than the Berlin Wall has. Much easier if you could pretend it was yours.
Oh, no. Look, if Annie finds out, it'll be me in trouble, not you.
Please, Kath.
Oh, all right, then. I don't know why I'm taking pity on you. You're nothing but a rotten con man.
RSPB's major campaigns today is to save Britain's estuaries from interference and pollution by men. Our estuaries are vital to the survival of millions.
It's cold out here.
Yeah, it is. Better come in, then.
I hope I'm not interrupting anything.
Only beans on toast?
Oh, carry on. Don't let me stop you.
Was there something you wanted?
Just a few hours of your time.
I'm sorry, I'm in the middle...
Yeah, I know, in the middle of beans on toast. Why don't you leave them, come into Hotton with me, have an Indian or a Chinese...
I've had a rotten day and I don't want to go out, thank you.
The best thing to do at the end of a bad day is forget it.
I'm trying, but it's not very easy with you standing in front of me. It was your dear father that made the day so bad.
Ah, your land.
No, his land. So he's told you then?
Not really.
If you don't mind, my tea's getting cold.
You can't take it out on me because you've had a Barney with my dad. It's not fair.
Neither's evicting me. Apparently nobody said it had to be fair.
Look, please let me take you out for a meal. Make it up to you.
I'm not really hungry, actually.
All right, a drink. Look, my dad's ruined your day, I've ruined your tea. Family honour demands that I make it up to you. I'm sure you wouldn't like to think of me driving back to my lonely, empty flat in Skipdale without so much as a cold baked bean inside me.
Help yourself.
Well, I'd rather have a cup of tea.
Home Farm's just up the road.
Listen, I'll let you into one of my darkest family secrets. My stepmother's such a lousy cook, she can burn tea.
You can make your own.
Well, that's the second family secret. I actually take after my stepmother. Now, I know it's genetically tricky, but it's a fact. Why do you think I keep asking you to eat with me? It's not for your company, no, it's to save me from food poisoning.
Oh, mad.
The third family secret.
Oh, no. Do you take sugar?
You must let me make you a meal in return.
I thought you said you couldn't cook.
Oh, I can't. I use the word make loosely. I know this great Chinese place that delivers. You ought to try it sometime.
Yeah.
Oh, what's up?
Oh, nothing. Jackie ordered one for our last wedding anniversary. We never got it, though. Long story. Anyway, you still fancy that drink?
With you?
Well, you can wait for Nick to come home if you like.
No, with you's fine.
OK, then. Well, give me a minute to change into something less comfortable.
Yeah. When Kim moved in, I moved out. Strange to see Dad and this girl almost.
Yeah, I know what you mean. My dad's wife's not much.
When Kim moved in, I moved out. Strange to see Dad and this girl almost.
Yeah, I know what you mean. My dad's wife's not much older than me.
What made it worse was I actually quite fancied Kim. You know, boss's son's sexy secretary. Real Mills and Boone stuff. She obviously didn't see it that way, though.
Do you still fancy her?
No, she's much too old for me. I prefer my women about, how old did you say you were?
I didn't. I've told you, stop wasting your time with me. I'm not interested. So, does it bother you living alone?
No, I'm used to it.
No living girlfriends?
No.
Why not?
Just a minute, are we having a date?
No, what?
Then I don't have to explain to you about other women.
That's what you do on dates, talk about other women.
Only the one I'm with gets ideas about the station.
But this isn't a date.
So you keep saying. Can I ask what does constitute a date in your book?
I don't know.
How about spending an evening with somebody, you know, tall, dark, handsome, like him, but no, called Chris, say, having a meal, a few drinks, a laugh, enjoying each other's company.
A bit like tonight, you mean?
A lot like tonight, I'd say.
But I said this wasn't a date.
I suppose if it was, it'd end with a kiss.
Yeah. And it won't, so it isn't.
Okay, after this undate, will you have a proper one with me so I can thank you for tonight?
I don't know,
Oh,
Chris.
go on, be a devil. You've nothing for tea the day after tomorrow, not now I've eaten your pizza.
Well, I suppose that settles it then.
Pathetic, really. Having to go to such lengths so as not to ask Annie if we can use her dryer.
I'm sure she wouldn't mind.
That's the point. She'd be delighted and want to be friends with that flipping door opened up again.
Oh, that'd be so bad.
Yes. I'm not used to sharing a house with Jack, let alone Annie, Joe, Kate, Mark, Rachel, the dog. Oh, listen. Any chance of you babysitting tonight?
Oh, I can't, Sarah. Going out for a meal.
Oh, anybody special?
No, just a friend. A bloke called Chris Tate.
Cool.
Sure, Joe was getting at me. Not wasting any time, he said. Trying to pretend he was talking about Chris, not me.
Maybe he was. Joe's not going to pass judgment on you.
And Jack's bending over backwards to be understanding. I don't know which is worse, him or Joe.
Oh, don't worry about it, Kath. It's got nothing to do with anybody else.
I wish it was that easy, Nick.
I wish it was something else besides fish for tea. I thought we had a pizza. Oh, Kathy, Tate's going to find out.
Oh, Nick, he didn't know it was you.
Oh, yeah? Well, who else is going to poison his fish with weed killer? I just didn't know it was that dangerous.
You should have read the label before you sprayed, not afterwards. Anyway, you needn't know they were poisoned. Might think a cat or something's got them.
Hey, that's a thought. Yeah, they've got mink up at the fish farm. Maybe I could say they've got Tate's carp. Right. What's at the wall pack? What time are you going out?
I'm supposed to be meeting Chris at 8.
Hey? Well, it's 25 to now, Kath. You better get a move on.
I'm not going, Nick.
Why not? Because of what Joe Sugden might think.
No, of course not.
Well, why not then?
Jackie's only been dead 6 months. It just doesn't feel right.
Kathy, you're going out for a meal, that's all. Nothing else has to happen if you don't want it to. And, in my books, if you do, then good for you.
But it's not fair on Chris. I mean, what does he expect from tonight?
He knows how you feel. I'm sure he won't push it. Right then, look, I'd best get off. Hey, do me a favour, will you? See if you can find out how much his dad likes those goldfish. I'll see you later.
Okay, see ya.
Have a good night.
I thought you had a date.
Yeah, called it off.
Oh, well, you needn't have come up here. Robert's as good as gold. I'm perfectly happy.
Couldn't face staying in on my own, staring at four walls.
You fancy a drink?
Oh, please, I'd love one.
So, you don't fancy him then?
Fancy him? Hadn't really thought about it.
Well, I don't blame you for calling it off then.
He's nice, but, you know.
Bit old for me. I'm going to stick to guys my own age. You can boss them about. Oh, hiya. Your date fallen through as well?
No. I'd forgotten how boring it is watching other people play squash. Who didn't turn up? Him or you?
Let's just say it wasn't meant to be.
I can't believe it.
I know. The minute I turn my back, you have a party.
Are you still trying to tell me that you and that pretty young girl today were talking about nothing but slurry?
We were also discussing diseases and Alan Turner, but it amounts to the same thing. Hi, Rich.
Hiya.
You all right?
Yeah, fine.
What happened to your dance night?
I was humiliated by your brother, Kath. So I came home for a quiet night.